First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
That's complete to Troutman right side.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when they're going.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1.
They try and run forward here with Brown.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. Touchdown! Joe Mixon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson. Throw left side complete to Troutman. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That was a route run, not just With dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Check, check. 185. Taco, taco, taco. Check, 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 check. Left in, left in, left in.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Wilson will throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kyron Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Hamler now on the return. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But
and this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right?
Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 2nd and a long way to go. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Adam Troutman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. McManus now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Again, it's Burrow. The football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now it's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them.